But
Like,
but the girl who they obviously set her up to be the final girl.
Yeah.
They really fucking put her through the ringer.
Yeah.
You know, she gets that
her
weird,
hands peeled off.
Oh yeah, that was like, ugh. Yeah, that was a scene that made
she
me
gets
go.
fucking shot by the rigged shotgun.
Yeah.
When
That's
it's
another
like
one.
they make you think like, oh, this is the end. You're gonna go home.
See, now it looked a lot like a semi-truck.
Yes.
So I thought they were going to just like take off with her. I was like, "Oh, that's cool."
Sequel.
Yeah, or just like she didn't survive. They're going to go do something way worse to her now. Mm-hmm. But no, so I thought that was going to happen. But then he just broke that open. But yeah, no, it was fun. What would you give it, James?
I'd probably give it a solid 8, so a B. You know, I'd agree with you everything that you said. It was definitely it's a solid movie. Not like terrifying. I mean, there are some terrifying aspects to it, but I wouldn't say it's one of those ones that's going to keep you up at night, like you said. It's more just it's more creepy that they're normal people.
Yeah.
Or like they're people, not normal at all by any means. But yeah. So I give it an 8. What about you guys?
I'd say, yeah, I agree with you pretty much all around. Yeah, I would say an 8. It's fun. I think also this one is you're able to bring down the scariness of it because it's set in something that's a choice. You know what I mean? It's controlled.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have to go to something like that in order for this to happen to you. It's like a conscious choice. So when you think about it like that, of course, it's like, well, I would never fucking do that. So it's not scary. You know what I mean?
I'm like, well, it's their own dumbass fault for going there because I don't fucking do that on Halloween. I stay home.
Yeah, like even with the sign when that bootleg ass sign turns on when they pull up and they're like, oh yeah, like we can't say no to this or whatever.
He gets downplayed, but the clown was pretty good, dude. I don't know why. Like, he made it seem like these guys were like rotten to the core. Like the clown was like, fuck it, I want to trick this one guy just to get fucking killed. Like, one guy, like, he played him all the way from Timbuktu, dude, and like, it was fucking crazy.
He's the only one that, because he doesn't really do anything. He's like the guy who sits in the back.
Yeah. He's their accountant.
Like, yo, I brought this girl's phone with me to my lair.
He's like,
and this guy just walked right in.
He gets pissed. Don't they burn down the haunt, right? Or he fucking burns it down.
He burns it all down
for evidence reasons, I suppose. And then, have you guys ever seen The Collector? Does that sound familiar?
That sounds familiar to me, but I don't.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah. So the ending, what she does to him and everything, that really it reminds me of The Collector. You guys should check that out. It's a really good film.
And they mentioned the oil being all over the place because they're like, oh, it's like oil, or I think they thought it was paint at first.
I thought that was gonna be like bags of blood
or body parts.
Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna be in it.
Yeah. So they had all right. That's cool.
But no, it's definitely makes you want to ask questions. Like, obviously they don't wait for the last group to do it. Mm-hmm. They kill everyone. It would have been cooler if they waited till the last group and they like picking like who wants to go next or will go last.
Swan facts. All right. Although the film is actually set in Illinois, the production took place in Kentucky.
I thought you were going to say Atlanta. Of course. Second Hollywood.
The film, I actually spoiled this one, but the film was produced and heavily endorsed by horror veteran Eli Roth.
Nice.
The Bear Jew.
Filmmakers Scott and Brian actually wrote this screenplay at the very same time as the mainstream hit A Quiet Place. Not knowing that either of them would ever be made at all.
Yeah, because John Krasinski wrote a lot too on The Quiet Place, but it's like John Krasinski and them two.
Yeah,
so they both get credit.
They co-wrote it.
Not really. He did his part. They did their part, but it looks like that. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting. Yeah, it's crazy they had such huge, massive success with that one, and then this one gets a Shudder release. But I'm sure they're just happy to cash a check. And that it got produced. Not many things written get produced by people, so
Yeah.
it's a good win for them both all around.
Of course, Quiet Place Part 2 is going to be a fucking, whenever we get it, if we ever get it, it's going to be a gargantuan hit for them.
Oh, for
still,
sure.
you know?
I mean, it's been a while and people forgot about the first one. Mm-hmm. I keep meaning to watch the first one over again, but like it has to be quiet for me to watch it.
Yeah. I remember watching that shit it was a packed house, so we had to sit up in front. And everybody had food, and nobody would fucking eat anything.
Yeah,
because that movie's goddamn quiet.
I saw it in like AMC's, what's the Dolby Digital Theater?
Oh, okay.
So it's all
I
comfortable.
can't wait, dude. I actually, because the second one has Cillian Murphy in it, so I'm like, what?
Oh yeah,
that shit's gonna be wild. Then like something's gonna happen, like some epic.
It's killing.
Has to happen.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a fun one. Another good one. And now we know what to expect from it, too. So, hopefully they do more something like this again. But with Easter theme, the Easter Bunny does it.
My final swan fact, this is actually for anybody who's interested in buying this as a physical piece. The film was never released on Blu-ray. Merely getting a basic DVD released when it came out last year, until Ronin Flicks recently brought out a pre-order for the deluxe or standard Blu-ray. The film will release in a couple days, October 22nd, so they would already be out by the time this episode is out.
You getting it?
Yeah. I'm gonna get they have the deluxe, which is $55, but it's a beautiful case or whatever, you know. And then the standard is $30.
Watch the special features and let us know if there's scenes that cut out.
Watch the director's cut. Or
when we get to see them explain why she's such like a beaten down girl. Mm-hmm. Why her dad was such a prick. And why the boyfriend, he wasn't even good looking. Like, why stay with the guy who's going to beat you up if he's not good looking?
He throws a fucking pumpkin at their door.
Yeah. I mean, I love
drives
Smashing
away.
Pumpkins as much as the next guy. But come on. 1979 is an awesome song.
Oh, man. But yeah, that's the end of my Swan Facts. It's a good episode.
It's a good pick, man. I enjoyed it. It was something that I probably would never normally watch.
It's fun, man.
Glad.
Are you for sure the last episode for Spooky Time? Or is there one more?
I think technically, so what? There's two more, but you're gonna get the one that's right in on Halloween.
Yeah. So, you want me to say it?
Yeah, let's do it.
My pick is a movie that I watched at a very, very young age, and always known it to be the classic that it was, which is weird since I was so young. And this is actually kind of terrifying, and it's like an R-rated comedy too at the same time, is American Werewolf in London for next week. It's a classic.
Yeah.
Started my love affair with werewolves. And the awesome transition.
See, I think it's funny that you say you. I think you're just selective with your horror, but you definitely like horror.
Yeah, I just don't go all in on it. Like, I can't watch all of it. Like, oh, it's a new one? I'm there. There's certain stuff, but like this was something when I watched when I was younger.
Yeah.
Before I had my taste, I guess. So I was just absorbing everything, and like a bunch of people showing their stuff. Like I mentioned earlier, my grandma had all the Stephen King books, so she had all the Stephen King movies.
Yeah.
So I just went through all the movies, and sooner or later I ended up watching, Christine and all Cujo and all that shit. Dinner. So yeah, there's some part of me that has it, and like I do like certain stuff, but this one, I think this just really sat with me because I like werewolves, and you know what? I could probably trace it back to the TV version of it with the Wolfman. That's my probably first really experience of knowing Wolfman before I even saw any of that kind of stuff, and I just
now I know why you want to watch Wolf Cop.
yeah. So like I like all that stuff. So like American Werewolf in London is awesome, and then the not so great sequel I still have good memories of.
I feel like had that movie been like its own thing, it would have been received a lot way more.
Probably. Definitely compared to, but received better. Yeah.
And it needs practical effects.
Yes.
The practical stuff that they do in it is great, but then
Yeah.
they try to mix it with the CGI. When you watch it now, it's rough. It's like
Yeah.
watching the hell segments of Spawn now.
Yeah. It
It's
is
terrible.
It is rough. Very, but like that's the practical effects. I bought it on iTunes, American Werewolf in London, a while ago. It was on sale, and so I bought it because I love the movie. I remember watching it again, and just like really enjoying the build up to it, which is nice. You don't get that too often in movies anymore. It's right away. Shit has to happen. But yeah, so that's what I picked for next week.
Solid,
Hell yeah.
solid Halloween movie, dude. Yeah. Epic. I can't wait, to be honest. It's an awesome way to, I think, technically, Halloween will be...
That next day.
Yeah. So then, Diego. So Diego's pick will be Dia de los Muertos,
Perfect for him.
which is...
Yep. Yeah.
No, it's on brand.
right?
I mean,
It was written
if you
in
went to me
stone.
on that day, I would have picked Coco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that wraps up the Honda episode. Thank you guys for
Hell
tuning in.
yeah.
Yeah. Didn't you have a question to ask?
I don't know if he's going to do it because we lost James early.
I have a question to ask. I'm not good at doing this. I guess Wes,
Yes.
where can these people find us?
If you're stumbling upon this this podcast, we are a pop culture podcast. We release new content every Friday. We're available on all major podcast platforms, including YouTube.
Nice.
So check us out. We we do weekly recommendations, pop culture news, movie reviews every single week. Check us out. We have a Instagram page. If you don't follow us yet, give us a follow. It's at @dropthemic_podcast. Me and co-host James are attached to that account and are pretty active on there all the time. If you want to drop us a DM, or if you have a a movie review maybe that you want us to do specifically for you, we're into that. We'll do it. Or if you want to be a guest, but we can do that social distancing wise. We can landline you in, mic you up, and then get you on that way if you want to be a guest. Also, give us the 5 stars and a nice review if you feel like we're doing a good job.
Support us.
That's awesome. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, thank you for joining us here. You're a regular now.
I know. Next week, be week number 5.
Right? It's insane. It's like...
Yo, don't forget to check that. Don't forget to check that Appleman trailer, dude.
Appleman.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch that on my
Appleman.
Apple phone.
You said that's a
It's gonna
Kickstarter?
be dude. I can't believe it.
But yeah. Next week, An American Werewolf in London.
Yeah.
John Landis.
Good night and good fight.
Have a good one.
Happy weekend, everyone. Later.
Don't go in any haunted houses.
Right? Make smart decisions, people.
Yes.
And
Don't go hit the guy with the gun. Just run.
Yeah. Brush your teeth, wear a mask,
Yeah.
The essentials.
Outwits.
You just...
Where's everybody? Should have been out by now.
Do you still want to see my face?
What?
Do you still want to see my face?
It's whatever, man. I'm fine.
Why not?
I just want to go home.
2425 Lincoln Road. Because before you said you wanted to see my face. And I was just wondering if you still wanted to see it. bit of a work in progress, but oh, I think you'll like it.